What's up, guys? This is Andrew with Ozbraz. Today we have this Range Rover. We're going to be doing the full front on it. I'm going to kind of go through and demonstrate how we do this hood. We have like a technique that we use to kind of relieve some of that tension, on the hood, and we'll kind of just go over that as we're doing the install. We'll go ahead and get this of us cleaning it, just wiping it down. Yeah. Keep doing that. You're doing good. You're doing good. All right. We've already clay barred it, wiped it down. We actually polished a good section right here, and then pretty much the whole rim, just to make sure that it's gonna bite pretty hard. Even though we polish it, we're not using that polish to just hold the film right here, and that's what we're gonna show you as a technique. I mean, I wouldn't say we created the technique, it's just something we do. We call it the overstretched zone release, also known as the Oz release. Oz as in Ozbraz, you get it? Yeah. Okay. Damn, that was risky. Did work. I got like no inches. I need to go up high, but I have maybe too much.
Yes.
Okay, I'm good. So we kind of get it on there. We try not to lift up and replace it down a lot because it's just like a parachute. It's just sucking up all that air, and with that air, dirt's just flowing around. So we try not to place it up as many times as we did, but with this one, you kind of have to, just because the windshield winds up catching the film and holding a lot of it there. Yeah, it's a mess. So, So we'll then trim a lot of this out because, it's not bridging at that point, or it shouldn't be as much. Lift it up, and then we'll spray the front half, get it down. Then what we'll do is we'll fold our corners up. And ideally, you want to keep them dry. We're doing like a dry tack to the bumper. Now, this is a pretty big technique. We don't really tell people, but we're like, hey, screw it. We're just gonna share the knowledge. I think it's only gonna better the industry. If we give you our tips and tricks, who cares if our competitors start using it? At the end of the day, it's bettering the industry as a whole. Oh shoot, yeah. So we actually forgot. We actually wind up keeping this scrap piece and then cutting off of it to use it as a bit of a handle. This is a pretty big hood. It's still a 60-inch hood, but we wind up cutting off a good chunk and then drying it. I'll show you. So we save it like a little piece as more leverage, more handle, more coverage, I guess. Go ahead and start, yeah. So then we'll have one person tack to the fender and door, really. So then, Matt will use that film. Just a little more leverage. There's not a lot of room on this. With this hood, it's pushing that 60-inch, and if you were to even look at this, we're shy at the front. It's too short, but the pull will pull from that. Am I good?
Yeah. And then here's the front.
So we are a little shy. Now I'm only I'd say 1.5 to 2 inches past this corner. I think anything less than that becomes a little risky. So I'm 1.5 to 2 inches. And then I like to do a little so this A-pillar gets in the way. So what I like to do is I like to kind of cut off little sections and then around so it sets down. So this is no longer bridging from that as much. It still is. And also we have 2 towels on the front of the hood to kind of prop it up just a little bit. With that, it kind of pivots and rotates that back section of the hood down. So the door is actually higher than the hood. And there's a lot of stretch on this. So we do like to have as much tact as possible, but on the actual panel. We don't want any alcohol really on that fender. I'm not sorry, the fender, the hood. So it's all alcohol pretty much on the actual adjacent panels. And then same with this. I'll kind of just grab this. I will cut off a little bit more. And then wipe it down, get it dry. And then kind of same thing. it's holding onto the film, so it really allows us to get a little bit more pull on it. And then I want to soap this up again because I don't want any chance of alcohol being right there. So I'm going to soap that up, and then we will re-soap this. I want to make sure that it's not going to stick on the high points, and it still will, because it is a decent stretch. It will force itself down just from, you know, the pressure on these ridges. And what we'll do is we'll bubble, and then we have an even stretch, and we have to get enough to get this front down. So it's going to be shy, and then we'll pull the middle down. So we'll tack it to the bumper like this. Hopefully it stays. I don't know if it will. It seems a little wet, to be honest. So what I'll do, if I know it's not going to stay, like if I let go of this, it's going to move. I can see it moving. So I'll then just flood it with alcohol. And this is gonna be raw. We're gonna try to show you everything, every little issue we run into with this, just so if we do run into issues, you can see what that looks like. And then this is, again, we want more soap in here. We don't want it to stick to the ridges. We don't want to stick to the edges. So we want it to float like that. So that's ideal. Okay. We'll worry about this later. All we have to do is get a little pull on the front of this. Like that. That'll be fine. We'll worry about that later. So, this is the overstretch zone release. Basically, there's tension all throughout this now. There's tension here. There's tension, more importantly, at the corner. So if you're trying to do this without using this technique, you run into the issue if, oh shoot, say it starts popping up at that corner. Well, the adhesive starts bunching up almost because it's too tension, and it pops, and you have this gnarly lift line. So the way to kind of like overcome that, it's best with two people. You can do it alone. It's just a little harder. You actually have someone hold the section. So hold the tension and almost release it. So if you come over on this side, I'm holding the tension, keeping this stretch, but also what that is doing now is releasing it from this corner. So if we ever had an issue, you know, there was dirt in this corner or whatnot, we should be able to go for it without any sort of crazy lift line. So this is what that's doing. It's releasing that tension from that edge, and he's just squeegeeing it out. Now it is alcohol. He's gonna start squeegeeing closer to my hands, and I'm gonna start kind of moving away. I'm still holding that tension, but I'm gonna start releasing it as he gets closer. So what we can do ideally in this one is we can trim it right away. We could trim that edge right away and not have to worry about the adhesive just bunching up, looking just gross right there. Because that's a big issue. We used to do these where it was like, we would let it sit. We would do the hood, and we'd let it sit like 30 minutes to an hour just so it would tack up enough so it wouldn't show just a gnarly, like just line right there. Then we figured it out this way, and this way is I think the best way because we can trim it right away. We can trim it right away. See, Matt just trimmed it, and it has a ton of stretch throughout the hood. So he could trim it. He could even lift up to about right here if there was like a dirt, and lift up to that, and then go for that dirt, and there wouldn't be any line. Or a very, very, very small line. Okay. All right, Matt, let's do this side. So again, this keeps wanting to, you gotta move kind of quick with these. It keeps wanting to. Okay, ready? Now we'll do this side, same thing. So we'll dry the area. And if you were to do this solo, what you would do is your whole arm, pull, lift up, and then squeegee. It is harder that way. So if you have an extra hand, this is the way to do it. So I'm not pulling like, you want to attack that on the top? I'm not pulling to like get really tighten up anywhere, really. Like I'm just kind of a little bit of a pull, but I'm not trying to make it more tensioned everywhere else. It's just to maintain that tension. So. So we don't want to come too far. We're gonna kind of just stay with that, and then I will have Matt, what I'll do is I'll pull this down, and maybe I'll have Matt do it. Just an extra hand won't hurt, but just get enough to wrap in the front. Now you want to attack this? So I just loaded that with alcohol, just enough to wrap it. And now we work it all out. Now I wish this was a black car so you can see like really like there is no lines. Because a white car, so you can kind of get away with anything. But we'll try to capture as much as possible. There is a fiber right here and a dirt. So let me see if I can go for this. Kind of show you. So dirt right here, and then like a lint or fiber right here. Shoot. Yeah. They're like smeared, so. And then there's a fiber somewhere, so being that I lifted that up, usually you would have this crazy gnarly line in there, and I'm trying to avoid that. So I'm kind of picking it up. There is a slight line, but it's not that bad. I feel like I'm doing more damage than good. I'm just trying to fight this little fiber. There is a line right here. Let's see if I can mitigate that, make that go away, or make it go smaller. Okay. And then I will force this liquid out this way, or air, I'm sorry. Float, so it's still floating, and then I'll come further. Oh no! So this is about as bad as it gets. There's a hair right here. It is a full-on hair. It's black hair. It's mine, probably. We're gonna try to get this out without lifting it up. So I can use enough like liquid to kind of get it to release from the adhesive, and then I see it. I'm moving it. I can watch this. So I released it. So now I'm gonna try to. See it? I don't know where it went. Oh, there it is. Yep. So I'm gonna keep trying to flood it with water around it. I'm trying not to touch it. I don't want to put any pressure on it. And there it is. Oh no, I touched it. Oh no. There we go. It's out. It's out. So. That would have been miserable, honestly. To go for that, it would almost been like a restart, because it's still tension. Even though we try to avoid the tension, it's still tension in the front, especially. So come across here. Okay, that's about as bad as it gets. All right, we are raw.
Let me see.
See that? So that is not a dirt. We don't know what this is. We've been seeing them a little lately. I don't know if it's contamination in our bottles. I don't know. It is, you can't see it? It's a black.
Yeah, you can see.
So this is gonna suck, I'll be honest. Yeah, so what we're gonna do is we'll flood it. Hang on, I might be able to get it if I cut some of this. There's really not tension right here, so I'm gonna cut that. And then I always wanna end off my cut. I don't ever like having a cut just stop because it could just tear from that point. So.
I think the long squishy will work.
That's gone. It's like you just almost have to touch it. But because of that, there's chicken skin. So what it is it's spots of the adhesive that have tacked. So we're actually, because it's a lot of soap, we're actually just gonna run soap into that chicken skin and without lifting it, because if we keep lifting it, it's just gonna chicken skin past where we lift it. So what that allowed us to do is it allows the soap to basically force its way, soapy water to force its way underneath that chicken skin, and in a perfect world, get rid of it. In this case, it did. So. All right, so. And then I'll get this front edge. I do want it to stick in this front. So at the end, when I'm like ready to go, I'm loading this up with alcohol. Fill it with alcohol, and then I'm squeegeing it down. So it's gonna, I want it to bite, I want it to tack really hard there, and we still will let it sit. We don't have to necessarily let this sit, we can lift this up and whatnot, but the back we do want to, or the front, I'm sorry, we do want to let that sit. Want to let it sit, tack up, so when we do cut it, it doesn't just want to pull back from that edge. Okay. So we say cut it. That's what our term here is. We're gonna cut it, basically split the difference like a deck of cards. We're gonna find the middle, find somewhere in the middle, go down with it from there, and then go up with it to get the rest of that liquid out. And we'll come down. We got to make sure that we're not coming down really directly. We tacked it to this body line. Hey, did you pick it up? I don't want a chicken skin though. Okay, well we'll do one section. I'm gonna have a line there. I can feel that's gonna be a line. Yeah, let's go. What kind of? It's not ideal. That can cost chicken skin what we just did, but hopefully we can. We don't have any. They should know what chicken skin is. I'll try to explain it to the best of my knowledge. What it is like, if you think of the adhesive as like, it's not like a sheet of adhesive that's just applied to it. What it looks like under like a microscope is, I'd say, like mini dots, mini like little dots of adhesive. And that chicken skin is what we call it. It's where the adhesive has grabbed in little spots, not all the area, the whole area, but just in the little spots and then shifted. So those spots are grabbing, but the film is moving, which is causing it to those little spots to be stretched and like distorted, I would say. It looks like a plucked chicken. So if you think of like, we call it chicken skin, like a plucked chicken, little bumps everywhere. So this would, and that happens when there's tension throughout and you release it, it almost shifts the urethane, but the adhesive wants to bite and still grab. So like think of like these are just like mini dots. Well, if it's relaxing over, that's fine, but the moment the adhesive or the urethane shifts or moves or has tension on it that's released, it causes these little points to still be kind of stuck in a way, and they just look more pronounced. So, did you get it down a little more? Is it still there? Okay, let me, fresh eyes, let me see. Oh no. Look at that. All right, so we got our little red lint right there.
Wait, where?
Is it not lint? What is that?
I can't see it though. On the top?
Oh, it could be on the top.
No, it's sprayed.
It is on the top. Well, I don't know.
Scrub, Daddy, scrub. Scrub, Daddy, scrub.
All right,
Is it on scrub, Daddy?
it's a little bit there.
It's raw.
It is raw. Yeah, so we're gonna try to get that out. If we can. If we don't, I don't know.
You're gonna restart?
Well, it could be right where the letters land, which is also a plus. Like if the letters land over that, then that's great. If they don't, then yeah, I mean it's a redo. Yeah, the emblem lettering.
Scrub, Daddy, go. Scrubbing.
At the same time too, like. Well, at the same time too, like it could be like it could get sun bleached too, and it would go away. We've seen that before, where like the film will stain or whatnot, and then being out in the sun, it like bleaches it almost, just turns it. No, not to toast. It just disappears. We'll see though. It's really small, so we'll get we have a template for the emblems. We'll see where they land. If it covers it, great. So we won't work too hard at it. We don't want to ruin the adhesive, but. All right, so this one we had a little bit of hiccups everywhere. We pretty much got everything from, little dirts, the stain on the adhesive, a hair. This isn't a fun hood. It's not, I wouldn't say it's extremely hard. It's not fun. There's just some, and then when you have, problems like that arise, it just becomes a headache. But we're gonna try to work with that and see. Hopefully we don't have to redo it. We shall see though. We'll just trim, what we'll do is we'll trim the back, and then we'll probably wrap the back, giving the front a little bit more time to tack up, and wrap the sides maybe as far as we can, and then get to cutting the front and then wrapping that right away. One thing you can do is you can now, because we cut it and there's tension released from that area, one thing you can do is you can actually open up. Why is it not working? You can open the door. You can open the door to be able to wrap it right away. So you can flush it out. I like using just a bunch of alcohol, kind of making sure that the soap's flushed out, and I like wrapping it pretty much right away. I say right away, but what I mean is as soon as I spray that alcohol in there, not letting it, evaporate out and dry up. You can wrap it right away with freshly sprayed alcohol. We call it fresh alcohol. Doesn't make any sense, but it works. It's just something straight out of the bottle that makes it fresh. Now, can you get that? I could probably get a little. So we spray it with alcohol. Make sure. Did we spray it? Did you spray it? I'll spray it again. I don't know if I did or not. I forgot. We'll spray it with alcohol. Double spray it, and then what we'll do is we'll actually, if you have like a somewhat damp rag, what you can do is you can wipe up majority of that alcohol or that moisture, and not have to worry about the fibers pulling from the rag. Thank you. So,
Doing that on the adhesive part?
Yeah.
Is that with the microfiber?
If the edge was super dry and this was super dry, it would take all the fiber from this to that edge. But I know it's wet, and I know this is kind of damp, so I can kind of glide it along. It's like a wet towel. What's that one? I've heard someone say like once, like a wet towel still dries someone or still dries you. So maybe same concept. Might just be talking out my butt. I don't know. But yeah, it pulls up majority of that moisture. So it's not dry, but it's more dry than it was. Yes. And then, so what I'll do is I'll try to get some of that moisture evaporated out. I like heating it up until like it shows like a wiggle like that. To me, that's like a good indication that it's pretty dry. And then same with this kind of damp rag. I'll start off the top, make sure that I'm just trying to get it over just a little bit, and then I'll go a little bit more, and a little bit more. So start off the top, heat it up, and then a little bit more until like I'm over that edge. I don't know yet. I haven't really looked. Ding. Let's go, Daddy. We'll wait till it's up, Matt, and we can trim it. So we can kind of do the same with this side edge. Gonna wrap as much as we can. Again, we're leaving it still, and that's to basically just make sure this edge is tacked and that it's not gonna release. If you were to like cut this right away, unfortunately, there's no tension release. We don't do a tension release this way too. It's usually just in the back corner. But if you were to just cut this right away, it would spring back. It would look gross. There would be fingers, and it's not pretty. So we do work around and do everything else for the most part, and then that'll be like the last thing we'll do is we'll cut that and then wrap it right away. Uncut for now. Once we trim this, get all this down, then we'll kind of look, and that's like the final thing. We'll cut the corners how we want them, whether that's little U's or little notches. We kind of play that by ear. So what we'll do right now is I'll probably cut the front of this. So I'm gonna flush it out and make sure that all the soap's out of there. And then I'll trim it. Not yet. We're gonna do. I'm gonna trim it, but I kind of want to move quick still. So what I'll do is I'll actually trim it, but it's not actually separating yet. I'm just scoring it, and then I'll connect them. Yeah, you're just scoring it. So what I like doing is I like wrapping it again right away with that. I'm gonna say fresh alcohol. So on something like this. So what I'll do is I'll kind of like spray it out, and then I'm gonna basically pull it and then wrap it.
That's pretty cool.
Now we probably moved quicker than we normally would. You probably wouldn't need to wrap it like right away and like make that a real crucial area to get down right away if you were to like let it sit for 30 minutes to an hour. But we're moving along. So we'll get it over that edge. Well, it's not down, but it's down enough. And then there's a little bubble on this edge. And then heat gun it all once it's up. I can feel that I'll probably have to heat gun. There's probably a little bit of not fingers, just gotta even out when I'm heat gunning and wrapping this edge. Make sure that it's laying down flush. Should be all right. I know all you guys are wondering, and we'll answer right here on camera. Matt does not do drugs. Yeah. Just finishing up where it was a little tight. Now we can wrap this back edge. Can double check. Yeah. So just wrapping this right here. I haven't done this corner yet, so got to figure out what we're gonna do. We have to collectively agree that we're gonna do the same kind of cut on the corner. I don't know yet.
Ozbraz cut.
Well, I don't know if we have one of those yet.
Test the cut.
What's that? Okay, so Matt wants to.
Why does it have to be the same cut on each end?
Well, it's just the right thing to do, It's the Ozbraz way. It's done. Yeah, so it's all done. We wrapped it up. Heat on the edges, trim the corners. We wound up kind of just trimming as far over as we could comfortably. We don't try to overdo it on the edges. But looking at it, you can't even see the corners, even looking at it close. So it's all done. Kind of just recap what we did. We worked together, just releasing the tension in these corners because these are the areas that get all messy, and then working everything, wrapping everything, and then eventually kind of getting to wrapping the front. We left the front tacked as long as possible, and wrapped that at the very end. So that's it.